Blaze yellow metal shell hovers in gray sky. Circular happy face with black oval eyes swirling purified abyss. Cut to interior. Diminutive man in light blue surgical gown stalks steel corridors. Argent goggles hardwired to the machinery of his brain. Fingertip scalpel extensions etched to the neural, scratching primordial code. Thundering footsteps crush heaps of mating insects coalescing in ludicidal spawn. He reaches a rusted catwalk surrounded by a dark vacuum of space. Beneath it, a lagoon of raw sewage, cold as steel, black as shadow, pure as fire, swarming with reptilians birthed of another vector. They ruggedly swim through masses of used condoms, broken glass, and AIDS syringes. Fucking. Reproducing. The surgeon enters a bondage pictograph. There is a pregnant woman nude, face a censored blur, pinioned to the operating table. Cameras descend in mechanized hum. In mute audio, the surgeon begins disarrangement. With strict precision, he carves a velvet cross into her trembling stomach. It opens as the flower buds. A radiating glow emerges from the inside the womb. The surgeon delves inside and pulls out a misshapen albino boy with crimson hair and black insectoid eyes. All I can hear is screaming. The surgeon holds him high. He is already a child of 5 years. The doorbell rings. A haggard preacher stands tall. He appears gaunt and starved. Alabaster hair gently breezes in the motionless wind. He gestures towards the distance, giving view to the busy street below. A flood of humanity marches towards the inauguration, each step in an enthusiastic unison. I turn my head and find myself among them. Onward we march, hundreds of thousands of us, miles of hard-worn desert, sun scorching our dead skin. The fat man collapses from exhaustion. He makes horrific noises as his flesh ripples like freak sea storm. With an emotionless death rattle, his spine rips from his carcass like a snake. It pivots spastically, nerve endings like millipede legs as it burrows underground. The White House looms ominous. Millions have gathered for the liberation. The metal shell descends and hovers midair. The hatch opens and the newborn emerges a full-grown man in black fascist garb. He glides a stile and approaches an ivory podium, speaking polyglot dialect. The humanity raise their fists in inspired solidarity of the Messiah. He sends the motion and the soldiers herd us into frostbitten warehouse, freshly slaughtered cattle hanging from blood-soaked hooks. Confused children weep amidst the sea of blank-eyed bliss. We are formed into a single file line that sluggishly heads towards the mechanized hum. The woman in front of me eagerly jumps on the operating table. The surgeon locks her down and revs a power drill, chrome microchips shining at the tip. He cups her skull and buries the spinning piece into her forehead. She goes into wild spasms, stops twitching and arises. Her eyes are pure white. A guard takes her by the arm and leads her away. The surgeon motions for me. I pivot and run as fast as I can. Sirens sound. Red lights cut through the air like nefarious razors. At full force, I crash into a brick wall and hit the ground. The president looms high above me. His gaze makes my insides burn. He drags me to the table, kicking and screaming, and locks me down, performing the operation himself. The drill goes deep inside my brain. All pain disappears. He kisses my cheek and tells me that I am his child. I'm with the others now, released like tagged cattle. The soldiers assign us new homes and families. Millions of clone buildings surround us, all of a perfect grid. Posters of the president are everywhere, assuring us of our freedom. Flames shoot from industrial stacks. The smell of charged flesh mixes with the humidity. A stranger takes my hand as we enter our new tenement. We climb an infinite flight to our room, which is cold and gray, windowless. We calmly sit and observe the telecast in silence. I'm inside of the screen, clawing at the glass, frantic, volatile, and entrapped. My horror becomes a peel of sentient static that coats the world. There are no more feelings now. The struggle has ended. We are all complacent. End of dream.